Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Waverley Basketball Stadium for this, the second game of the night here at the Falcons Nest. It is the 19th of May 2018, and tonight we are going to be watching the State Champ Men competition kick-off in about 50 seconds from now. The Waverley Falcons take on first-placed McKinnon Cougars. Waverley sitting second on the ladder, and it's really just a matter of games played and respective percentages that sees them at those two respective positions. So some of the news today is that ex-Waverley Falcons player Deng Deng, back from the States and fresh from signing with the Sydney Kings, is suiting up for the McKinnon Cougars, and he has in fact taken to the court straight away. He'll be taking the tap against Adrian Sturt. So welcome by his ex-teammate in Mike Harper there. Deng Deng was playing at Baylor when Mike Harper was playing at Hawaii. Falcons with the first possession. Dan Dillon turns, spins. So Falcons retain possession. Jace Reardon kicks it out. Mike Harper couldn't convert, but gets the ball back from Arkell. And Adrian Sturt misses. Now he puts it up and he converts. 3 points. Adrian Sturt, the first points of the game with the Falcons. Interestingly, they've gone into a zone to start with, as Dylan Stith nails the three. So this McKinnon team is full of talent. When you have Jermaine Maybank coming off the bench, let alone Benji Tamir. So Sturt misses that shot. Harper gets the ball to Dillon. Dillon drives and rolls it back in. Stith. Tamada reads that fall of the ball better than anyone else, gets it to Platnick. Platnick can't get past Sturt, loses control. And it's a Falcons ball, 5-3. So back-to-back turnovers there. First one from Reardon for the Falcons as Dan Dillon puts it up and in. Just windmills it under the arm of the outstretched defender. And another turnover. Sees The Falcons score this time on an assist from Adrian Sturt. And Mike Harper putting it up. Tamada in and out. Reardon with the rebound. Falcons zone very low as Harper goes to the basket, and again another score. And a timeout to Justin Nelson as McKinnon down 11-3. So this zone has turned out to be a good thing for the Falcons. And we'll be back shortly. And we're back with change of personnel on the courts. Benji Tamir has come on. And a foul called against the Falcons. So Ding Ding, top of the key, gets it into Platnick. Platnick pulls up, short, gets his own rebound, pulls it up, little jumper, it rolls. That's the Ivan Platnick we know. Of course, Ivan played for the Falcons for many, many years. Before going to McKinnon a couple of seasons ago now. And the foul on Ivan as his ex-teammate Chris Arkell was pushed out of court. And great work there from Chris Arkell. Harper with the rebound, gets it across to Danny Dillon. Dillon's got Sturt. He loses control of it though. Tamir somehow juggles it past the outstretched hands of Reardon. Sturt with the rebound. Only as far as Platnick. Platnick now. Well, that was an interesting one. Dan Dillon has been called for the foul there. And Mike Harper trying to wrap the ball around his back. Sees it come off his heel, and it's a turnover there. Benji kicks it to Stith. Ding ding. And that's a nice move there. Everybody was watching what Ding Ding was going to do, and Tamir just slotted in behind the play. Arkell over to Sturt. Sturt doesn't get it to go. Ding Ding with the rebound. And there's been a foul called So foul on Adrian Sturt. That's his second. No, sorry, it's on his first. Ivan almost running the same inbound play as the Falcons then. Arkell kicks it out to Harper. Harper pulls up. Nothing but net. Yep. So Falcons holding on to a lead here of 6 points as the shot misses Dillon with a quick transition basket on the end of the pass from Reardon. Stith into Platnick. This game is warming up all of a sudden as Platnick over the top of Jace Reardon. That's something that Jace saw for many, many years. Jason, of course, playing for Corio Bay against the Falcons. As Chris Arkell hits a long three. (23 plays 14). Tamir floats it up and scores. All of a sudden, both teams have woken up. Dillon working on Tamada. Tamada with the rebound. Ivan was there just in case. Tamada finds Tamir. Tamir can't get it to go. Sturt with a rebound. Kicks to Dillon. Over to Reardon. Reardon back to Harper. Harper's in and out shot. Mopped up, however, by Deng Deng. That was a sight that for many, many years as Platnick is on the end of the basket there. End of the pass, I should say, to get the basket. Deng Deng was prolific in his time playing for Waverley on the boards as Arkell can't get it to drop this time. Another board to Deng Deng. And Kelleher and Leisting on the court for Waverley. Tamada sitting down for the Cougars. Instead, Mueller on the court for him as Jermaine Maybank gets ready to come in as well for the Cougars. Sturt. Shot. Too short. Maybank now taking over point duties as Deng Deng sits down, which will move Platnick into more of a centre role. Tamir can't get it to drop. Platnick with the rebound. Spins. Thought he was... Well, there's a lot of contact going on that the refs are not calling. Players getting knocked to the ground. Well, in Ivan's case, that's where he spends a lot of the time. Start over to Tamir. Ivan couldn't take that. Leisting now down the court. This time he scores. Leasting has been outstanding for the Falcons this season, coming on with good minutes. Sturt with the rebound across to Harper. Gets it to Kelleher. Kelleher has 4 seconds. Leasting, 3-point shot, doesn't go. And that's it for the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back ever so shortly with the next thrilling. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are good to go here in the second quarter. Falcons are holding a slim lead of 7 points, 25-18. It was a very slow start, then all of a sudden both teams came to light. Some of the key stats there: Falcons shooting at 48%. They've shot 11 of 23 at the moment, whereas McKinnon shooting at 42%, 8 of 19. So Falcons actually getting the edge in the shots up stakes, as well as the shooting percentage. Rebounding, however, going to McKinnon, 13 to 10, and turnovers going the way of McKinnon, 7 to 3. So not what they would like. And again, a little bit of a mistake there from the new teammates in Deng Deng and Stith. It will take a while for these guys to gel together. This is their first outing on court in a game, as poor pass there from Jermaine Maybank sees the Falcons get there, and again a similar effort down the other end. That was not one of the best efforts from Tim Leasting. However, not so bad as it turned out. Leasting, 3-point attempt is good. So the Falcons with just the one import at the moment. He's on the court at the moment. That's Jaquez Motley. And Stith there draws the foul. It'll be on Arkell, I think. And Justin Nelson wants to make some changes this early. He's just on 2 minutes into the quarter. So we'll be back ever so shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Refs are bringing the players into the court. And Stith goes to the line. And so everybody went in too early according to the statisticians. And Stith doesn't make a mistake this time. So, 10-point game. Motley drives. He's been fouled. And looking for his second shot, makes it. And subs are coming in. So Stith sits down. Platnick back onto the court. Maybank at the top of the key. Looks for options, kicks across to Platnick. It's got Wilson. Kelleher with the steal. Kelleher, first game back in a while as Tim Leasting puts it back. Falcons edging their way away from the McKinnon team at the moment, and Platnick loses control. Gets somehow stops it from going out of the court, and now he's gone to the basket. Misses that. It's with Leasting. He's got a one-on-one against Maybank, and Dang coming through from behind has fouled, I think. Yes. So Brad Keller sits down and Dylan comes back on for the Falcons. Leasing getting some support from his teammate Jace Reardon. Scores both of those. Wilson off to Ding Ding. Ding Ding drives, pulls back, floats it up, doesn't go. Reardon with the rebound. Almost stolen by Platnick. So Motley not able to convert, and Leasting coming in very quickly in there, just juggled the ball across the line. It's with Platnick up to Stith. Stith drives. Couldn't get past Arkell. Wilson. Three-point shot is good. Over the top of the screen. None of the Falcons players there trying to contest that shot. And Danny Dillon scores on the top of a very clever passage of play from the Falcons. Wilson back to Deng. Maybank. He's got Platnick inside, ignores that, gets it into Deng, who gets back to Platnick. That's better. Platnick can't get it to drop though. Not having a best of nights is Ivan. Leasing, blocked by Platnick. Arkell in isolation against Tamir, but Tamir wins that one. And Tamada in and out for him. Dan Dillon picking up the pace, gets the ball down to Motley. Motley pulls up. His shot's good this time. This is what we know he can do. Haven't seen too much of it though. Certainly not this game. Deng Deng, nice work. Doesn't get it to go. Stith going up, has the ball slapped out of his hand by Jace Reardon. And into the game now is Adrian Sturt, giving Chris Arkell a bit of a rest. Stith across to Tamada. Tamada slowing it down, gets it to Tamir. Tamir back to Stith. Tamada, three-point attempt is good. Very flat shot, but it never looked like it was going anywhere but the basket. Reardon drives. Sturt just not following through on that cut. And the ball was slightly overthrown. Deng Deng to Tamir. So they're looking much better, the Cougars, when they pass the ball through hands. There's Tamir pulling it up, doesn't go. Reardon with the rebound, gets it to Leasting. Leasting steps through and scores. Three-point shot doesn't go. Leasting with the rebound, gets it to Reardon. It's with Dillon, over to Motley. Motley's shot from deep corner is good. So Deng into Platnick. Platnick, he makes it a little bit more competitive for the McKinnon Cougars. great passage of play there from the Falcons. Bit of a misdirect from Dan Dillon. They're calling young Tim Leasing to get into position and then completely ignoring him. Ding Dang with the rebound. So McKinnon players are all focused on what Leasing was going to do. As Tamata can't get it to go. In and out, rebound by the Falcons. And this time is going to be a foul against Dylan Stith. Just pushing Reardon out of court there. And Dan Dillon returns the favour to Adrian Sturt. Previous passage of play there, Sturt to Dillon. Now it was Dillon to Sturt. So Dylan Larkin on to court for Jaquez Motley as Platnick foils here's Dillon, and Dillon this time has been called for an offensive foul. Yeah. So Adrian Tamata made, well, be interesting to see what happens with that. We might have to have a look at that on the game tape a bit later on. But Adrian Tamata certainly making contact with the floor, and he's gone off court. So Nick Laycock for his first run. And nice little floater there over the top from Deng Deng. So Falcons have gone short and got some of the youngsters on the court. And Corey Fredrickson and Corey just losing that one as Ivan doesn't make a mistake down the other end. 51 plays 33. Adrian Sturt, short. Ball comes off and into the hands of Laycock. Ding ding. Scott Stith, he'll go over the top of Fredrickson. Fredrickson has got to learn to make himself big in that situation. He can't defend a taller player by keeping his hands down. And here's Harper. Across to Fredrickson. Now to Harper again. His shot is short. Falls into Tamir's hands. So probably not the right combination on court at the moment for the Falcons. They've still got a handy lead, but it's down under the 20 points now. As Dan Dillon comes back on, as does Jaquez Motley. And Dan Dillon taking Laycock on will go to the line with 1.4 seconds left on the game clock. Makes the first, looking to get the second. Misses that. Ding Ding with the rebound, and that's it for the first half. Hope you're enjoying it. We'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Waverley Falcons home ground, the Falcons Nest Waverley Basketball Stadium in Chadstone, Victoria, Australia. It is the 19th of May. And for those of you who are watching the telecast and not watching the wedding, they haven't won yet. Well, Falcons on their way to winning at the moment. It's 52-36. As to who will get to the finish line first, it'll be interesting to see. Will this game finish before the nuptials are celebrated, or will it be a tie? We'll see. So Falcons doing a great job at the moment. And there's some real basketball royalty in the house. Adele Threat, Senior Leonard Copeland have turned up to watch this game. It is a almost full stadium, not quite, as Tomato fouls Dan Dillon. Sturts being guarded by Platnick. Hands off to Dillon. Dillon turns the corner, gets it to Sturt. And the jam! So Falcons get the rebound as Stith loses control. Arkell with the pressure there. Well, that was interesting. Stith wrapping Reardon up. Dan Dillon couldn't get... So there's some really physical stuff going on down there at the moment under the basket. And both refs letting it go. Another jam. Smart work there from Reardon. Again, bit of misdirection on the Falcons' part. Tamir over to Stith. Stith, three-point shot is good. Keeping themselves in touch. But they do need to get a run on, and they need to stop the Falcons from scoring. As Dillon just pulls back and nails the three. Couple of jab steps. Saw Tomato wasn't coming to him and just stepped back. Tamir doesn't get it go, but Tomato says, "I want it." Then he throws it out to Harper, and that has to be, it's not going to be called, but it should have been an unsportsmanlike. There was no attempt on the ball there whatsoever. And again, Tamir with the foul. Maybe it wasn't on Tamir. But Danny Dillon is at the line, and he's been very good from the line so far. He has well, having just looked down at the stats there, he's shot at 50%, and he hasn't let himself down there either. Still at 50%. Stone. Over the top of Harper. Great work there from him. Sturt pulls up. Ooh, what's happened there? Took my eye off what was happening there, and there's a hold. Harper doesn't get it to go. Tomato with the rebound, the smallest player on the court at the moment. As Deng pulls up, doesn't get his shot to go. Dillon with the rebound. This time he's got Reardon on the outside. A no-look pass to him, and Jason Reardon, nothing but net. So Falcons out to a 20-point lead. And McKinnon already in foul trouble with 6:40-ish to go. Harper now with the rebound. Poor pass from him. Tomato. Now Dillon with a one-on-one decides just to pull up, and why not? And why not another three? And again, this is not quite a rout, but I'll tell you what, the Falcons looking very good at this stage. Dillon to Sturt. And Harkel. There's another three. The thing about this Falcons team is that they can really, really stretch the floor. They've got three-point shooters all over the place. Platnick can't get his shot to go. So all their big men can shoot from outside as Dillon almost with a contested layup. And now it's a bulk interchange for the Cougars. And timeout to the Waverley Falcons as Coach Ilias Palianis realised how many players were being subbed. He wanted a slight change in his offense and defensive strategies. We'll be back in 30 seconds. And we are back. We are back. Is this going to be a double victory for the Falcons on Coach Ilias Palianis' 200th game as a coach? Ivan. And the block from Sturt. Ivan pats Sturt on the back. Ivan not only is a firm favourite of the Falcons, having played here for many years, but also making his mark at McKinnon. But he and his partner Proud parents. As Adrian Sturt, working at both ends, Adrian Sturt. Harper. In and out. But it's come off Platnick. And Chris Arkell adds to his figures. Stith with the rebound. He's been fouled. I think that was Sturt coming over the top. We'll soon see. Yes. He's picked up his second foul. So Stith still not able to make significant inroads into this lead. He does get one to drop. And Wilson can't gets it to Arkell. Now it's a one-on-one Dillon. And he's makes it over the top of Laycock. Dan Dillon, of course, signed by Melbourne United last season. Injured himself in the pre-season and didn't get any game time in the NBL season, but is coming back off that injury with the Falcons, and he's looking the goods as Arkell runs the baseline cut. So this to take it out to a 30-point lead. And that's it. So back onto the floor for the Falcons. Tim Leasing, Jaquel Motley. As Wilson drops two. Dylan Larkin getting ready to come on with 2.5 minutes to go. Stith doesn't go. Certain. But that's it. He's picked up his third.
Coming on his 3, McKinnon. Dylan Larkin checking in for Adrian off his 20 and on his 11, and coming off his 23.
Ive gets his first. And this is the second there. Ivan for many years was regarded by opposition coaches as somebody to send to the line because his free throw percentage was not particularly good. But as Arkell puts the shot up, Ivan with the rebound. The problem was that he went to the line so often, and he's going to go there again. So opposition coaches instructing their players to send him to the line actually worked against them. Ivan with misses that. Makes the second, so he's keeping his stats at 50% for his free throws. Leasting across to Arkell. Out to Dylan. Dylan's three-point attempt missed, but it was rebounded. Well, it wasn't exactly rebounded. We'll call it a pass. And Arkell and Dylan smile about that. So it's fallen into the missed shot, fell into Arkell's hands. He went up and was fouled on the way through. And a tech foul now. So a tech foul on Arkell completes his shot, and Motley now with the he makes it. Kelleher on for a run, and there's a foul. And it's a push against Jack Wilson, which has sent Tim Leasting to the line. 80 plays a 50. Leasting misses that one. That was his first miss. He's been shooting at 100% from the free throw line. Now he's down at 50%. Tomato with the possession. Laycock. Wilson into and Deng floats it in. Just rolls it in. Keller puts the three up. Doesn't drop nicely for him though. And Nick Laycock says, oh well, I can do it. If you can't, here's Motley. Finds Kelleher. And Laycock with the block. So Falcons have got 17 seconds on the shot clock. Leastings in and out. Did not drop nicely for him. And sitting underneath it, waiting for it, was Deng Deng. He's got the ball. Arkell says, no way. And the ball has gone out of bounds off Laycock. So Dan Dillon on the court for the last 15 now seconds. So the shot clock and the game clock are almost identical. And, well, with 0.7 seconds on the clock, it's a Waverley possession. And Dylan can't take advantage of that. But it's still a 25-point game. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost set to go here for the fourth period. We have the Falcons are sitting reasonably comfortably with a 25-point gap. But what can Coach Justin Nelson do to Deng Deng with the basket. So what we have seen so far is that the Falcons are just being able to find loads of players to put the ball through the hoop. They have just shared the scoring duties enormously. So just running down the stat sheets, you've got Motley on 12, Dylan on 19, Reardon very quiet on 2, but he's been very as Dylan Larkin gets the ball back. Deng Deng with the rebound. He's going all the way, finds his teammate. So Arkell with 16, Adrian Sturt with 13, Tim Leasting with 11, and Mike Harper with 7. So they're all really getting themselves into double figures, and on the board is just as Motley gets another 3. And really it's just been the 2 players for McKinnon and Platnick and Stith, 16 and 15 respectively, as Brad Keller goes down the floor. Loses control of that. And Leasting somehow gets the ball back to Larkin. Sturt pulls up. Shot in and out. Deng with the rebound. And the shot made there by Neil Mueller. So, Falcons. So the starting lineup for the Falcons, apart from Adrian Sturt on the bench at the moment. As Motley works his way on to Mead, goes to the basket. Larkin can't get it to go, blocked. Good work there from Keller, getting back on D. And now there's been a foul, and it's Larkin. First team foul on the Falcons in this quarter. And it's Larkin's second. And Tamir will go to the line. So again, Coach Elias Palianis using this lead to give his bench a bit of a run, knowing that he can, in fact, bring in his starters to close the game out should McKinnon get a bit of a run on. So Kelleher bringing the ball down. Hands off to Leasting. Into Sturt, and Sturt has been fouled. Tamir saying, "What, me?" So Sturt shooting at well, I thought he had been to the line a few times, but this is now his only the first free throws that he's taken this game. Deng Deng makes it. And Adrian Tamada nearly picking off that pass. Tamada brings the ball down, gets it to Mueller. Mueller finds Stith under the basket, and Stith over the top of the Falcons player. It was Larkin. So great read there from Kelleher on Sturt slipping the screen, but now he's settling it down. And Ding with the reject. Stith, three-point shot, no good. It's back with Sturt. He gets it to Kelleher. Kelleher drives, pulls up, gets it back out to Sturt. Sturt finds his way through to Motley. Motley shot short. Deng with the rebound. And Benji Tamir with a three. Timeout on the floor to Waverley Falcons. We'll be back shortly. So we're back with live action here at the Falcons' Nest. Listing. Finds Motley. Back out to Listing. Listing drives. Oh, nice work. Gets it to Dylan Larkin on weak side, but Larkin's shot didn't drop. Neil Mueller does. So Dan Dillon back on for Brad Keller. Good read there by Deng. And Stith trying to jam it, doesn't go, but again there's Mueller, and all of a sudden McKinnon is back in this game. Deng with the big rebound. Oh, big block I should say. Three-point doesn't go. And ball's gone out of bounds. So tech foul now on Adrian Sturt. And Benji Tamir gets his first. So Falcons all of a sudden under a bit of pressure here. And it's been the second string of McKinnon that's done it all for us. Now there's been a foul on that play as well. And it's against McKinnon. So 2 team fouls each. Tim Leasting. Well, it's things are tightening up here, and what was a very one-way game for the Falcons, all of a sudden it looks like it might be slipping from their grasp. They need to settle down here, and Palianis has put his starting group back on the court for that purpose, but Chris Arkell's shot well wide of the mark. And Mueller has been one of the sparks for McKinnon. That shot didn't go. Platning with the rebound, and he's going to draw the foul. He's going to draw the foul. That was against Chris Arkell, I think. Leasting didn't get the shot to go. Tamir bringing the ball down quickly. And there's Mueller again. Leasting. Did the Falcons need that or what? All of a sudden, McKinnon was back in this game. They were feeling it too. And they really needed some sort of... The Falcons needed some sort of statement to say, as Leasting's shot that time was wide of the mark. And Tamir driving to the basket is fouled. So Falcons now in foul trouble. They have got 4 fouls against them. It's 1:25 to go. Should be enough of a gap at this point. But it's a 10-point game. We've seen a bigger turnaround earlier in the game, so Arkell pulls up, shot missed, gets his own rebound. So there's a shot clock should have been reset, and that's exactly what it is. So a mistake by the score bench there. With 59 seconds to go, Falcons have possession. It's with Reardon, Arkell. They've got 10. It's down to 8. Harper. And Tamada. Oh, Tamada is fouled by Leasting as he went to the line. They didn't need to do that. That's put them in the bonus. However, with 43 seconds to go, Tamada makes the first. Shooting at 100% from the free throw line at this stage. And he keeps it like that. So there's 2 possessions in this game. And the foul by Scythe has stopped the clock with 28.9 seconds to go. Falcons, of course, the clock has reset for them. They've now got 14 seconds. Now, hang on, there's a... And Scythe is on 5 fouls. So he leaves the game. And Harper throws it away. And a timeout. Timeout to McKinnon. We'll be back shortly. So last 28 seconds of this game. Sees Tomato with the ball. And he's been fouled by Tim Lessing. So Tomato goes to the line. Again, it is not impossible here for this to be a turnaround as Deng comes on for Nick Laycock. So Deng in his first outing hasn't set the score sheet alight, but the signs are there that and Tomato. Sorry, it's a travel called. Wow, that was interesting. 15 seconds to go. Another timeout. This will be the last timeout for the Cougars. What has Justin Nelson got up his sleeve here? We'll be back shortly. So what has the last 15 seconds got for us as Deng takes the ball, misses that, but he picks up the rebound and he's been fouled going to the line, going to the rack. So Deng. Misses that. And the second. And this time there's been a foul on the other way. So it'll be a Falcons ball. And Mueller coming on for Platnick. And a timeout this time to Waverley. With 7 seconds on the shot clock, so this is a good time just to practice. Even though it's almost a fait accompli as far as this game goes. Although the game is, from a 30-point lead down to a 6-point game. All credit to McKinnon. And again, it was that man, Neil Mueller, that really came on and gave them the spark. So it's been a big turnaround for the Falcons. And Deng has fouled. So Sturt goes to the line. And coming on for Jason Reardon is Zane Reeves. So Sturt misses that. Misses that. Deng with the rebound. Wilson. Shot up. Sturt with the rebound. Falcons escape with that win after a really good comeback from the McKinnon Cougars. 92-86 is the win. We'll finish the broadcast here. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow with the state champ women's game between the Waverley Falcons and Knox Raiders. That'll be live at 2 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. See you there. I'll leave you with a few replays.